Helo, shwmai, croeso I fideo bach sy'n siarad am bootcamp. My name is Iestyn. I'm the male voice of the Southern course here at Say Something in Welsh, and the leader of the Tresaith Bootcamps. Bootcamp is a total Welsh immersion experience. Well, actually the total Welsh immersion experience, I think. But we do start Bootcamp with an introduction in English, so that everybody at least starts in the same place. But the problem is, the introduction has grown as I find more things to say. So I've decided to put together a series of videos to prepare you for some new ideas. And let's face it, to reassure you. Bootcamp is great fun and a whole lot less frightening than you think. So for the next 6 minutes or so, I'm going to introduce you to Bootcamp itself. Centre stage at Bootcamp is the Welsh only rule. We could change anything else about Bootcamp. Location, timetable, helpers, and Bootcamp would still be Bootcamp. But the Welsh only rule is what makes it work. Just to convince you that I know everything, you are now thinking, "Oh, how am I going to survive for a week speaking Welsh? My Welsh isn't good enough." Stop that straight away, because yes, it is. I know your Welsh isn't fluent, whatever that means. And think about it for a minute. If you can already comfortably use all the everyday Welsh you need for a week's holiday, then you don't need to come on Bootcamp. No, your Welsh is good enough because you have completed the first Say Something in Welsh course, and we run bootcamps designed for people who have completed the first course. Actually, I'll tell you a secret. The first year we ran bootcamps, there wasn't a complete course one, and no one died. So you don't have to have that much Welsh at all. But we ask for the minimum of a full course because there's loads of useful patterns there that make it easier for you to express yourself. That'll save you some frustration and will help you to get even more enjoyment out of the week. So, why Welsh only? There's another video in the series to discuss that in more detail, but in a nutshell, you can learn as much of a language as you like. But unless you use it in real life, it's just something you know. The problem is, for obvious reasons, it's quite difficult to use your limited Welsh with fellow fluent English speakers. You'll probably use a little bit of Welsh you were confident with, maybe try a few stretch phrases, usually followed with, "Oh, is that right?" just to make sure, and then fill in with your English for the difficult bits. But having to stick to Welsh is an amazing way of expanding the Welsh you are comfortable with. Maybe more importantly, you'll find the holes in your Welsh and learn ways to fill in some of them and work around most of the others. In other words, Bootcamp will show you how you can use your Welsh in everyday life, and that is what will transform your ability to use your Welsh and build a huge amount of confidence. There's only one specific rule on Bootcamp. You must enjoy yourself. Anyone found not enjoying themselves will be sent home. No, seriously, we put together a timetable of different activities designed to challenge your Welsh, yes, but also designed to be a fun introduction to the area, to Welsh-speaking life, to a beautiful part of the world, and to some lovely people. You are on holiday, and as long as you remember to enjoy yourself, the Welsh will build naturally, and the Welsh only rule will just seem like a normal part of your holiday. It really is that simple. We'll spend the week visiting local attractions with guided tours, coffee and cakes, meeting people, more coffee and cakes, visiting beaches and churches, the occasional coffee, maybe cake, and 1 or 2 visits to the pub. And just to reassure those who don't like beer or wine, they also sell coffee and cakes at the pub. There'll be some activities where you follow all the instructions and learn some really interesting stuff from a guide or farm owner. Then there will be other activities where you follow everyone else, nodding and smiling and wondering what on earth is going on. There will be times when you're in a state they call flow, enjoying or concentrating so much on what you're doing that the fact that it is in Welsh almost passes you by. And there will be times when you just wish you could speak blooming English, please, for a moment, to express this one thing that I want to say. There will be times when you want to get up and go and nail the next opportunity, and there will be times when you want to go to bed. How do I know this? Well, because we've run a lot of boot camps. We've helped a lot of people, and we know that the people who get the most out of boot camp aren't the ones who don't get frustrated. They're the ones who understand that frustration is part of the growing process. Even meal times are an excuse to develop your Welsh. Boot campers, usually in pairs, buy the ingredients and prepare communal meals every day. It's just another excuse to talk and discuss things. If you love cooking, bring some special ingredients with you and cook your favourite meal. If you hate it, on the other hand, then volunteer to help someone else, or make sure you get on a sandwiches round or preparing a picnic. Vegetarians, people with dietary needs, will need to flag that up. I'll ask about stuff like that about a month before boot camp, so don't worry about that just yet. But it's not unusual for us to have two versions of a meal. Yep, that's another discussion you'll need to have. And there are always options to make sure no one goes hungry. Truth be told, I've not been on a boot camp yet where anyone needs the word for hungry. And there's a tabletop library for you to use, and games around the table in the Ganolfan, and walks along the beautiful coast path, and plenty of time for relaxing and recharging. In fact, the whole week is designed to be a holiday, where you get you talking to each other, relax with each other, and having fun with each other. And it just happens to be in Welsh. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So, I'm going to leave you now, hoping that you're relaxed about boot camp and looking forward to the extraordinary effect that it'll have on your Welsh. Obviously, if you have any questions, there's a bootcamp thread on the Say Something in Welsh forum. There's a link on the saysomethingin.welsh.com homepage, top right. And please, let me know what you think of the videos. They're a new idea of mine, so feedback will be really useful, as well as suggestions for the kind of info you'd like to hear. I'm really looking forward to meeting you in Tresaith. So, let's do this.